Welcome back to Comics Off the Top. My name's Adam, and in this video I'm going to be previewing the next comic drop from Marvel on the Veve app, Hero for Hire #1. Hero for Hire #1 is a key Bronze Age comic featuring the first appearance of Luke Cage, and is continuing Veve's celebration of Black History Month in the USA. Now before I go any further, let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, I predicted this drop last video. Cue the flashback. With a month-long of drops celebrating Black History in America, it's highly likely to expect to see such comics as Fantastic Four #52, featuring the first appearance of Black Panther, and Hero for Hire #1, which sees the first appearance of Luke Cage. I know what you're gonna say. No. It doesn't take a rocket surgeon to make the prediction that Veve would release a big FA comic of a popular Black Marvel superhero during Black History Month. But also, I have over 30 years of reading, collecting, and investing in comic experience, which has given me the confidence to make a prediction in a YouTube video that I projected out into the entire world. So surely, that has to count for something. Anyway, Hero for Hire will be dropping on Veve app at 8 AM Pacific time on Tuesday the 8th of Feb. Or for my fellow Australians on the Melbourne time, that is 3 AM on Wednesday the 9th of February. It will feature 5 different covers, including the common, which as usual is the same cover as the original comic art, an uncommon, a rare, an ultra rare, and the ever desirable secret rare. The rare and the ultra rare was made by comic artist Mike McCone, who did the illustration, and Israel Silva, who did the colours. Most recently, these two artists collaborated on a very sweet variant cover exclusive for the Rhode Island Comic Con for Venom #1 from November of 2021. But, onto the fun stuff. Hero for Hire #1 was released in March 1972 and was created by writer Archie Goodwin and illustrated by George Truska, with cover art by the legendary John Romita Sr. The character of Luke Cage, however, was a product of a conversation between Goodwin and Roy Thomas, who started plotting out a character in a series that took heavy inspiration from the blaxploitation films of the early 70s. Blaxploitation movies are a subgenre of film that were being created by African American filmmakers, which at the heart of every movie we saw storylines that created black empowerment. Two films that pioneered the genre was Sweetback's Badass Song, that's fun to say, and Shaft. Both those films brought the genre to the forefront of the community, and it's with this in mind that we dive into Luke Cage's first outing. Hero for Hire #1 sees the first appearance and origin story of Luke Cage, who starts off as a New York resident named Carl Lucas. That's right, he wasn't originally named Luke Cage. Carl Lucas grew up in the bad streets of Harlem. After having a very troubled childhood which saw him in and out of juvie, he was convicted of a crime he didn't commit due to his childhood friend William Stryker, aka Diamondback, planting heroin on him and tipping the cops off to it. Carl Lucas goes to prison, but when he tries to break out to get revenge on his former friend, he ends up getting caught and put back into a maximum security prison called Seagate. It is there that he volunteers for an experimental procedure designed to promote cellular regeneration. As usual in the Marvel Universe, the experiment involved a variant on the Captain America Super Soldier Serum, which in the end gives him powers of bulletproof skin and super strength. He then uses those newly found gifts to break out of Seagate prison, and instead of causing revenge, he starts to use his powers for profit instead. He changes his name to Luke Cage while also putting on a distinctive and highly 70s styled yellow costume complete with a pop collar, revealed chest, and a large chain wrapped around him being used as a belt. The character did take on an added name early in the original run of the Hero for Hire series. After 16 issues, the series actually got renamed in issue 17 and became known as Luke Cage Power Man, as he took on the moniker of Power Man. One assumes because he was both powerful and also a man. These days, Luke Cage's outfit has become a less outlandish and more no-frills approach, with a yellow t-shirt and jeans replacing the 70s-styled costume, which more suits his very straight shooting character. Most recently, the character came to light in the Netflix series Luke Cage, released in 2016. The series got 2 seasons and featured Mike Coulter in the titular role. This was part of a plan from Marvel to expand the MCU with more street-level heroes who were better suited off in TV series rather than their own movie. Luke Cage was also joined by 3 seasons of my personal favourite Marvel character, Daredevil, 2 seasons of the excellent Jessica Jones, 2 seasons of the very regrettable Iron Fist, and 1 season of putting them all together to form the Defenders. While Daredevil may be the absolute best live-action superhero creation ever made, and Jessica Jones does things with the character that I didn't think was possible, Luke Cage and particularly Iron Fist left a lot to be desired. I really like Mike Coulter as Cage, and I enjoyed how the creators lent into the blaxploitation style of filmmaking when they were making the 2 seasons. But it just fell down a little bit, especially when compared to the excellence that Daredevil and Jessica Jones gave us. However, it wasn't as bad as Iron Fist, but that's not saying much. I love Iron Fist, by the way. But, that was rough. Anyway, I'll save my thoughts on that series for another video, and instead ask the most important question: should you care about this book? The answer is a very powerful Yes. This is an important book. It's the first time in Marvel history that an African American character is the main protagonist. Yes, Black Panther and Falcon came before them, but they were both secondary players to the main hero. Luke Cage was front and center, and the importance of that reflected in the price of the book these days. For a graded 9.6 copy of Hero for Hire #1, you're looking in the range of about 10,000 US dollars, with a 9.8 being even more. Luke Cage is a popular character from Marvel history, and I feel like this book is going to continue climbing upwards if we see what I think we're going to see in the MAU going forward. And that is Luke and the rest of the Netflix crew finally finding their way into the canon and meeting with all our Avenger friends. Bit of a spoiler, but we've already seen Daredevil in the new Spider-Man film, which I am man enough to admit I yelped when Matt Murdock's cane popped onto screen. We've also already seen the Kingpin character, Wilson Fisk, arrive in the Hawkeye series on Disney+. With these small little drops in the ocean, it's very, very easy to believe that the rest of the Netflix crew is on their way. Is when Netflix cancelled the Marvel productions due to Disney announcing they were starting a competing streaming service of Disney+, Netflix also had in the contracts that they couldn't use the characters that were licensed to them until a certain date. That date has now lapsed, which is why we're now seeing Daredevil, Kingpin, and hopefully more filter into the MAU. But that's enough from me. What do you think of the book? Are you excited? Are you going to be hoping you get the drop? Are you going to be stacking comics? Let me know in the comments below. But apart from all that, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoy my content, please make sure you like and comment down below. And if you're new, I'd love to consider maybe hitting that bell icon and hitting the subscribe button on the channel. I've got plenty more comic related videos to come out in the future, so please make sure you're coming along with me week to week. But apart from all that, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you're staying safe, staying healthy, being amazing, and as always, I will see you in the next one.